Miss, prevents soil erosion and floods.
Yes.
Miss, because they hold the like soil together, right?
Correct. So elaborate, how does it happen? How do they hold it together?
Miss, like by their roots. So like their
Mm-hmm.
roots grow like under the soil. So
Hmm.
the roots hold the soil, and then whenever there's a flood or something, so when the root is holding it, how will it, you know?
Correct. So basically what happens is that if this is a tree, right, underground they have a huge network of roots. So what do the roots do? Just like the other day we discussed, like good friends, like good friends, they hold the soil together. How much ever rain comes, how much ever rain flows, how much ever wind blows, it does not allow the soil to flow with the rainwater or with the wind, because the root somehow clings to the soil and the soil also clings to the root, right? And that is how they avoid soil erosion.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, they also stabilize the soil, prevent erosion, ma'am, and enhance the land's capacity to store water.
Correct, exactly. There is soil erosion, right? What happens? The other day also we discussed, no, the top layer of the soil, which is the most, nutritious soil, as in the most nutrient-rich soil, that flows away along with the rainwater, right? So what happens in this case is that, even little bit, if there is, tree is very situated very close by. So what happens is that, the roots, this root, the root of this tree and the neighboring trees, what they do is that, they hold tight onto each other. They hold the soil tight to each other. They do not allow the soil to flow at all. Correct? So that's one very strong point of having forests and having more plants to avoid soil erosion. Okay, what is the concept of flood? What is the concept of flood? Who can elaborate on
Can
this?
I?
Yes, please do.
Ma'am, this our geography teacher had told us, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in many rivers like which come from mountains and hills,
Hmm.
so that they don't really have barriers or anything to prevent water. So
Hmm.
in some from flooding. So in
Hmm.
summer the ice melts quicker than usual. So floods are to occur more likely.
So why do floods happen, especially during the monsoons?
Ma'am, because there is excess evaporation of water.
There is very little evaporation of water.
Sorry,
The
ma'am.
river, yeah,
Condensation is more.
yeah, and also also already the rivers are
Rivers or lakes, they overflow.
yes. Anyways, the rivers are full of water, and with the extra water coming up because of the rain, the rivers overflow.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now, just imagine if this was a river, right? If these are the banks of a river, these are the two sides of a river, this side and that side, and both the sides, both the banks of the river had, have, a dense, yes, tell me.
Ma'am, so the plants take the excess water, ma'am,
Correct,
preventing flooding.
correct. So this was actually initially, long time back, maybe 50, 60 years back, this is actually what was the scenery like. Right, because every river, on the either banks, there was huge plantation. There was a huge plantation. Either there was forests lined up or there were agricultural land plotted. Why? Because it was easier to water the agricultural land. This could be rice, this could be paddy, this could be wheat, this could be sugar cane. Sugar cane requires a lot of water, so they were always next to the rivers. But what happened over time is that population increased, right? Human beings needed more place to stay, so they had to build houses. What did they do? They cut off the trees. and they converted these agricultural land into residential land, and they constructed houses here. So what happened? All the trees are gone. Either sides, both the trees are gone. So what has happened? Now the river banks look something like this, right? With houses and houses like this. Now what will happen? These could be villages. This could be kind of towns. Now with monsoon water, monsoon coming and the rivers filling up, so all the excess water is being going to the village and the town. And what is it causing? It is causing floods. So all the houses are getting filled up and flooded. They're getting, by the current, their houses are getting washed away to the river. Who is at fault? We human beings are at fault because we only cut all the trees. Correct? So this is the phenomena of flood. But if we had forests, we could have avoided floods. Because the trees would have absorbed, the roots would have absorbed a lot of water. And, by absorbing the water, the extra rainwater, by absorbing it, they could have, maintained the water level at the groundwater. They could have maintained the groundwater level. By flood, what is also happening is that
How did a kind of flood occur in Hyderabad itself? It is not near a river.
It does not have. See, flood can happen because of many reasons. One, because of the lack of trees. Hyderabad, if I know correctly, has gone through a lot of deforestation. Correct? Lot of trees have been cut. So where will all the water go? There's a limit by which the soil can absorb the water through percolation. It can, it depends, the speed of the rain and the speed of percolation. If it does not match,
they're all concrete, ma'am, in Hyderabad.
Yeah, so where will the water go? It will all get stacked. So that is why flooding is being caused. One is lack of trees, the other one is a river nearby. You will always find during the monsoons places like Assam, places like Sundarban, West Bengal, they have a lot of flood because they have rivers nearby. They have the Ganga, they have the Brahmaputra. They get all filled up till the brink and then they overflow to the cities. In Mumbai, the oceans fill up. Mumbai also has a lot of flood. The third reason for flood could be lack of, what do you call that? Drainage. The drainage system is not good. In a city like Mumbai, where it is just concrete, it's just houses, houses, houses and houses and offices. But what about the drainage? What about the extra water? There is no drainage. So if there is no drainage, all the monsoon water will get collected on the city roads. Unless and until you drain the water to some underground facility, the water will be logged. There will be water logging for several weeks, several days. Correct? So there are various reasons for flood. One reason is deforestation. One reason is, forests, not having enough green trees. Right? Okay. Now coming back to Arna again, can you elaborate this point again? Regulate climate of a place. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm thinking that when it's hotter in an area, due to the heat, the water in the plant evaporates, which is known as transpiration, making the area cooler.
Correct. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Remember the other day I had given the example of the RA forest. How many of you remember? The RA forest which is in Mumbai.
I remember.
You remember, no? So the RA forest, remember I told you, for example, this is the city limit, right? This is the city limit. The RA forest was here. There was a lot of plantation, there was a lot of big trees and trees which were really old as 70 to 100-year-old trees were also there. This is the RA forest. And there were huge high rises here. There's a lot of houses here, right? There were main roads, there was traffic, there was malls, everything was here. And you know, the name of this place is Goregaon, Goregaon West, right? So this is the RA forest. Now, people living in Goregaon always had a temperature which was at least, you know, 3 degrees lesser than Mumbai. 3 degrees lesser than Mumbai. For example, if Mumbai was 32 degrees Celsius, Goregaon people always had 28 to 29 degrees Celsius. Why? Priscilla, why?
Ma'am, because there is a forest nearby for Goregaon.
Correct, because you know there's a lot of transpiration happening here. What is transpiration, Bhavya? Bhavya, yeah, tell me, what is transpiration?
Ma'am, transpiration is the process by which the plants release water.
Exactly. Plants, as in especially the leaves. You know, through the stomata, it releases water in the environment. And if there is a forest, imagine there are millions and millions of leaves releasing water. Imagine the rate of transpiration. So this entire area and its nearby area will have a lot of water vapor. And water vapor means that place will be cool. Cooler as compared to other places where there are less plants. Yes.
Ma'am, so will it be also humid?
It will be humid. Very good point. It will also be a little humid. Very rightly pointed out, because there is water. Water causes humidity. Anyways, you know, areas which are near the sea, for example, Mumbai has got sea close by. Also, you know, the coastal belt, Kerala, you know, West Bengal, you know,
Tamil Nadu.
Goa, Tamil Nadu. So all these places are anyways a little humid because
Ma'am, in a in a forest, so if like in a forest, so if there is like a rain or like more number of trees, so like if there is excessive water, so the water which which float like into the rivers, they would take the impure soil with them, and like it will make the soil more fertile. And
no, there's nothing called impure soil. Soil can never be impure. Soil is either rich in nutrients, or soil is, as in soil is either fertile or infertile. It cannot be impure.
yes, ma'am. So like if the soil is very dry, so the water will make the soil more fertile.
No, so I'm not talking about water. I'm just talking, there's a normal forest, right? There's a normal forest, and how can the soil of the forest be so rich? How can the quality of the soil in the forest be so good? And the soil quality in the city is not good. Why? How? Yes. Not only the leaves, even the animals, even the microorganisms, even the insects, the birds, when they die, where does it go? It all comes into the soil. It decomposes. It decomposes. And what does it convert to? It converts to humus. Yes. So just imagine the number of birds that are there in the forest, the number of insects that's there in the forest, and the number of trees, the number of plants, the number of animals that's there in the forest. All of them will die someday or the other. And where will it go? They don't have a grave, right? So it will all fall in the soil, it will decompose, and it will turn into humus. And what is humus? Humus is extremely rich soil which forms the top layer of the soil. Yes, manure. Excellent, Bhavya. Also, you know, the excreta of all the birds, animals, insects. Where will it go? It will all be there. They don't have a washroom in the forest. So it will all be in the soil and they all will be converted into humus. Right. So that's the reason why the forest soil quality is very high quality soil. That's the reason why in such high quality soil trees grow incessantly. You don't even have to take care, you don't even have to water, you don't even have to add fertilizers and manure. It will just grow on its own because it's getting so much of, you know, rich nutrient. The soil is so good quality.